Stephen A. Smith on Carmelo Anthony's mistake that hurt his Hall of Fame credibility. He would have been a two-time champion a few weeks ago. The NBA unveiled its list of potential Hall of Famers for the class of 2025, and one name stood out among the nominees: Carmelo Anthony. Joining other notable first-time nominees like Amare Stoudemire, Dwight Howard, and Marc Gasol, the former New York Knicks star's career has once again sparked debate. The biggest mistake in Melo's career. While Melo's place among the all-time greats seems unquestionable, he is, after all, top 10 on the NBA's scoring list. Anthony's legacy is often viewed through the lens of a single missed opportunity, a decision that senior sports analyst Stephen A. Smith has pointed out. The greatest mistake he ever made was signing that 5-year contract with the Denver Nuggets, Smith said. When he was with the Denver Nuggets. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, that if Carmelo Anthony had been able to opt out of his deal in 2010, Carmelo Anthony would have joined LeBron James and D-Wade in Miami, and he would have been a two-time champion. I assure you of that. And because he didn't do that, that belonged to Chris Bosh. After the 2005 to 2006 season, the forward who had led the Denver Nuggets to consistent playoff appearances signed a 5-year, $80 million contract extension with the franchise. On the surface, it seemed like a logical decision. Denver had invested heavily in building a competitive team around him, and the 10-time NBA All-Star believed he could cement his legacy there. However, that long-term deal would eventually become pivotal in his career. At the same time, fellow 2003 draftees LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh opted for shorter extensions, allowing them to become free agents by 2010. This strategic decision laid the groundwork for the Miami Heat super team, which won 2 titles and went to 4 straight finals. Melo chose to remain in Denver, even if it meant foregoing the easier route to a championship. Related, that's because you're wearing Under Armour shoes. Michael Jordan's ruthless response after a Charlotte Hornets player suffered an injury. A good Hall of Fame case. Despite missing out on that opportunity, the forward's career remains one of the most illustrious in NBA history. Over 19 seasons, he averaged 22.5 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game. He earned 10 All-Star selections and 6 All-NBA nods, establishing himself as one of the most prolific offensive players the league has ever seen. Carmelo's time with the Nuggets and Knicks solidified his reputation as a dominant scorer. His stint with the Knicks, in particular, revived basketball in Madison Square Garden, culminating in a 2012-13 scoring title and a rare playoff run for the franchise. Before his NBA days, Melo led Syracuse University to its first-ever NCAA championship in 2003, a feat that remains one of the highlights of his career. As he becomes eligible for the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, his resume speaks for itself. Alongside his NBA achievements, he played a key role on the U.S. men's basketball team, winning 3 Olympic gold medals and 1 bronze. In 2008, he was part of the Redeem Team, which restored America's basketball dominance. Carmelo Anthony was a hellified player, said Smith. A hellified offensive juggernaut. No doubt about it. Unstoppable. But he didn't go to the finals. And I understand that argument that could be made against him. Yet, the lack of an NBA championship remains a talking point. While titles often enhance a player's legacy, they are not a prerequisite for Hall of Fame induction. Legends like Charles Barkley, Elgin Baylor, and Allen Iverson, players without a championship ring, have been enshrined in Springfield due to their undeniable impact on the game. Anthony's career fits into that category.